America, a land of dreams, a land of opportunity, a place where the streets are said to be paved with gold, and where anyone can rise from rags to riches. But behind this shining facade lies a harsh reality. A reality that is often hidden from the glossy images of success and prosperity, a reality where millions struggle in the shadows of prosperity. These are the people who live paycheck to paycheck, who worry about their next meal, and who face an uncertain future. While skyscrapers pierce the sky and technological marvels advance at a dizzying pace, creating an image of unending progress, a significant portion of the population grapples with the daily anguish of poverty. They are the unseen, the unheard, and the often forgotten. The United States, a global superpower, boasts of its economic prowess. It is a nation that leads in innovation, finance, and industry. Yet it grapples with a stark contradiction, the stark divide between rich and poor. This divide is not just a statistic, it is a chasm that affects real lives. This contrast is not just morally troubling, it is economically unsustainable. The growing inequality threatens the very foundation of the American dream. A nation cannot truly thrive when a significant portion of its population is left behind. The strength of a country lies in the well-being of all its citizens. The American dream, the cherished notion that anyone can achieve success through hard work and determination, seems increasingly elusive for many. The barriers to success are growing higher. The gap between the haves and the have-nots has widened, eroding the very fabric of American society. This divide is not just an economic issue, it is a social crisis. This isn't just about numbers, it's about real people, real families, real lives. Lives that deserve dignity, opportunity, and hope for a better future. The statistics are alarming. 11.5% of the U.S. population, 37.9 million people, live below the poverty line. These are not just numbers, they represent individuals, families, and children struggling to survive. They are our neighbors, our colleagues, and our fellow citizens. Poverty is not a personal failing, it is a societal issue that demands our attention. It is a complex web of systemic barriers, historical injustices, and economic disparities. It is about the lack of access to quality education, affordable housing, and healthcare. Behind these statistics are real stories of hardship and resilience, stories of single mothers working multiple jobs to put food on the table, of families forced to choose between paying rent and buying medicine. Stories of children going to bed hungry, their dreams stifled by the weight of poverty. The causes of poverty are multifaceted, a complex interplay of systemic issues and individual circumstances. Low wages trap millions in a cycle of poverty, making it nearly impossible to escape. Many work full-time, yet still struggle to afford basic necessities. Lack of education is another significant barrier. Without access to quality education and job training, individuals face limited opportunities for advancement. They remain stuck in low-paying jobs, unable to break free from the grip of poverty. Unemployment, often beyond an individual's control, can plunge families into financial crisis. Loss of income can lead to eviction, hunger, and despair. The COVID-19 pandemic exacerbated these challenges, pushing millions into unemployment and poverty. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed and exacerbated existing inequalities in the U.S. Millions lost their jobs as businesses shut down, pushing many into poverty for the first time. The pandemic's impact was swift and devastating, leaving a lasting scar on the nation. The pandemic highlighted the fragility of many Americans' financial situations. Even before the crisis, many lived paycheck to paycheck, with little savings to cushion the blow of an economic downturn. The pandemic underscored the need for a more robust social safety net. While the economy has since recovered, the pandemic's impact on poverty persists. Many families are still struggling to regain their financial footing, burdened by debt and depleted savings. The pandemic served as a stark reminder of the importance of addressing poverty and inequality. Section 5. Measuring the Struggle Tools for Understanding Poverty. Understanding the true scope of poverty requires more than just looking at the official poverty rate. It involves delving deeper into the lives of those affected and recognizing the multifaceted nature of economic hardship. The Supplemental Poverty Measure, or SPM, provides a more nuanced picture, taking into account the impact of government assistance programs and the varying cost of living across the country. This measure helps to paint a more accurate and comprehensive picture of poverty in America. the SPM reveals that poverty is more widespread than the official rate suggests. It uncovers the hidden struggles of many who are often overlooked in traditional statistics. It captures the struggles of those who are just above the poverty line but still struggling to make ends meet. These individuals often face difficult choices between essential needs like food, housing, and healthcare. It also highlights the effectiveness of social safety net programs in reducing poverty. Programs like food assistance and housing subsidies play a crucial role in supporting vulnerable populations. Social Security, a cornerstone of the U.S. social safety net, has lifted millions of seniors out of poverty. This program is essential for ensuring that older adults can live with dignity and security. It provides a vital source of income for retirees, ensuring they have access to basic necessities. Without it, many seniors would face severe financial hardship. Yet even with Social Security, many seniors struggle to afford healthcare, housing, and other essential expenses. The high cost of living and medical care continues to be a significant challenge for the elderly population. Section 6. A safety net, strained social programs and their limitations. Social programs like Social Security, food stamps, and housing assistance provide a crucial lifeline for millions of Americans. They help families put food on the table, keep a roof over their heads, and access health care. However, these programs are often stretched thin, struggling to meet the growing need. Funding cuts and bureaucratic hurdles hinder the effectiveness of these vital programs. Long wait lists, complex application processes, and stringent eligibility requirements create barriers for those in need. Strengthening and expanding these programs is crucial to alleviating poverty. The pandemic highlighted the inadequacies of the existing social safety net. The sudden surge in unemployment overwhelmed these programs, exposing gaps in coverage and highlighting the need for reform. A comprehensive approach is needed to address poverty, one that includes both immediate relief and long-term solutions. Section 7. A global lens. Poverty in the U.S. compared. While the United States is a wealthy nation, its poverty rate is higher than many other developed countries. Countries like Germany, France, and Japan have lower poverty rates, reflecting a stronger social safety net and greater investment in social programs. Comparing the U.S. to countries like Guatemala, where the poverty rate is significantly higher, provides a global perspective. Guatemala faces unique challenges, including a history of colonialism, political instability, and lack of infrastructure. However, even in these contexts, there are lessons to be learned from successful poverty reduction strategies. Understanding the root causes of poverty in different contexts can inform more effective solutions. By examining successful poverty reduction strategies implemented globally, the U.S. can learn from best practices and tailor them to its own context. Section 8. Poverty's impact on travel, limited horizons, and missed opportunities. Poverty restricts more than just economic opportunities. It limits horizons and experiences. For those struggling to make ends meet, travel is often an unattainable luxury. The freedom to explore, to experience new cultures, to create lasting memories is often out of reach. Imagine a child who has never seen the ocean, a family who has never had the opportunity to travel beyond their own town. Poverty robs individuals and families of these enriching experiences, perpetuating a cycle of disadvantage. Travel can be a powerful tool for education, empathy, and personal growth. It broadens perspectives, fosters understanding, and creates connections across cultures. Yet, for those living in poverty, these transformative experiences remain a distant dream. Section 9. A call to action. Bridging the divide, one step at a time. Poverty is not an intractable problem. It is a solvable one. It is a challenge that requires our immediate attention and dedicated efforts. It requires a collective effort, a commitment from individuals, communities, and policymakers to create a more just and equitable society. Each of us has a role to play in this transformative journey. We must acknowledge the humanity of those living in poverty, to see their struggles, to hear their stories. Their voices need to be amplified and their experiences understood. We can all play a role in addressing poverty. From small acts of kindness to larger community initiatives, every action counts. Volunteering at local food banks, offering your time and skills to help those in need, donating to organizations working to combat poverty, providing financial support to sustain their vital work, and advocating for policies that support low-income families are all meaningful steps. Change begins with awareness, with understanding the root causes of poverty, with a willingness to see the world through the eyes of those who are struggling. It begins with empathy, with a genuine desire to make a difference, with a commitment to action, to take concrete steps towards change, with a belief that everyone deserves the opportunity to thrive. Together, we can create a society where no one is left behind. Let us bridge this divide, one step at a time, with compassion and determination, and create a nation where everyone has the chance to achieve their full potential. Together, we can make a lasting impact.